Hey guys, it's Kayla. Welcome back to my channel. Look what finally at last has arrived in the mail. One of three out of the new Hourglass Ambient Edit Unlocked base palettes for holiday 2023, and I cannot be any more excited to do this video for you guys. This is obviously the Jellyfish palette. There are two others, but there's four different packaging options. I know it's kind of confusing. There's this one, so the Jellyfish. There is the Leopard palette, which is for light to medium skin tones, and then there's the Snake palette, which is for medium to deeper skin tones. Now, there is a fourth packaging option where you can choose to customize your palette on the Hourglass website. So if you want the inside of the Leopard palette, but you want the Jellyfish packaging, you could have that option available to you. Or if you want, the Jellyfish palette, but you want the owl on the front, which is what I did with my Snake palette, which you'll see not tomorrow, but the following day, in an in-depth review just like this one. And I just think it's so wonderful to have all those options just in arm's reach to you on hourglass.com. I think that's a great thing that they do every year, and 5% of the profits go to the Non-Human Rights Project, which I think is such a beautiful and kind thing to do, especially like they're so cruelty free of a brand. I think that's just something so special and something to treasure about Hourglass itself as a whole. But we're gonna open this together. I'm so excited. You guys ready? Because I'm not sure if I'm even ready. I'm ready. Trust me. Alright, let's open her up together, shall we? We are gonna... Ooh. Beautiful. So obviously, the front of the box and the outside packaging of the palette itself is exactly the same. Same coloring, same design, same golden H right in the middle that you have here. And this is like one of the most satisfying things ever for a makeup lover like myself, to peel this off the front. I'm doing it slowly because I only have 2 more times to do it with these palettes this year. But would you look at that? I love that sound. She's beautiful, untouched. We're gonna open her together. Oh wow. Beautiful mirror and 6 beautiful shades. 3 shades are existing shades and 3 shades are new shades. So we have here, we're going to do swatches too. We're going to do all that. This is diffused light, which has been in their line since for as long as I can remember. It's been in their line forever, which is a finishing powder. So first I'm going to tell you all the names of all the shades. Then we're going to swatch them one by one together on my forearm. And then, because I don't have them at each shade memorized yet, because there's so many. So the first one is yes, diffused light. This one over here is ethereal light. This is another finishing powder, which is a little more, I'd say, doesn't have that slight yellowish ivory hue to it like diffused light does. So it's a little more subtle, I guess the word would be. And then next to that, we have Rose Fusion, which is a new shade. I'm just reading this as I go along. Yes, Rose Fusion. And we have the other blush is Diffused Heat. Rose Fusion is new. Diffused Heat is an existing shade that's been in their line before In fact, it was in one of the other palettes from last year, from Holiday 2022. I believe it was in the Tiger palette, which actually, yes, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't in that palette because I have that palette. I just do not know where it is at this very moment right now. And then, so those are the two blush shades. And then we have this beautiful strobe light powder up here, which I cannot wait to put on my face. Well, most of this palette, half this palette is going on my face today. And then half of it I'm going to save for another video. So those are the two blushes. We have a bronzer here, which is a new shade. This is Lunar Bronze. It's kind of a neutral shade of bronzer. And then the name of the strobe light, so the powder, the highlighter rather, if that's easier to remember, is called, this wouldn't be so hard if I didn't have a short-term memory loss from a car accident I was in 2019. So I apologize, and I am half colorblind, so sometimes it takes me a little longer to describe a shade or to whatever the case is. I saw it before. I was reading this last night. 6, 2 and 5. Lighting powder. Sorry guys, I'm trying to find it on here. Why can I? Metallic strobe powder, opal strobe light. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I am so sorry about that. I have terrible, my vision has gotten worse over the years. Not one car accident, but two. No fault car accidents. I was a passenger. I don't drive because of my vision. But yes, that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. We're here to enjoy this palette today, so let's do that. So we went over the names of all the shades, and now we're going to swatch the shades together. So I'm going to swatch this one, even though I already have this shade in the larger pan. I'm going to swatch it for you anyway on the back of my hand. One thing about Hourglass that I've learned is that they don't exactly always swatch the best, but that doesn't mean that they don't perform exceptional. So I don't know if you could really see that well. I don't know how well my camera's grabbing it, but that is diffused light. That is one out of the two finishing powders that we have today. Now I'm going to swatch the other finishing powder next to that one, so that we can compare the two together. This one I think I'm going to like a little bit better. This one is pretty light, so I'm going to add a little bit more of it onto the back of my hand for you guys. So yeah, this one's actually definitely more subtle, you could tell, if you really look. I'm trying to bring my hand closer for you guys so it's easier for you guys to see. So we have diffuse light and ethereal light. Those are the two setting powders. And I'm going to swatch the bronzer next, which is a beautiful neutral bronze shade. Swatch that right underneath. Oh, that's beautiful. It's a beautiful bronze shade. That's Lunar Bronze. I think that's like one of the most beautiful bronze shades that aren't metallic and shiny and shimmery in the Hourglass line. Alright, so now we did the two setting powders and the bronzer. Now let's do I want to save my favorite for last. So let's do diffused heat. Ooh, that's beautiful. So that is a beautiful shade. And again, this is an existing shade. And then I'm going to swatch the other blush for you guys. I'm trying to clean off my fingers at the same time. You can only do so much at once, right guys? This blush I'm definitely going to be using today because I am obsessed with how this looks. Oh yeah, definitely. Ooh, look at that, how beautiful. That is beautiful. Super beautiful right there. Now, if we compare the two, I would say this one on the bottom has more of a cool pink undertone, where this one has more of a mauvey rosy undertone. Sorry guys, it is so hot in my living room right now where I'm filming. I'm like melting, and I just finished almost all of my makeup except for my bronzer, my highlighter, my blush, and my finishing powder, which we're gonna do together. And just after I swatched the highlighter, I'm so excited to swatch. Wow, this thing packs a punch. Look at that. Ooh, that's so satisfying too. Look at that. That is gorgeous. Beautiful. Now that we have all 6 swatched on my hand slash wrist slash arm, I'm going to grab one of my favorite bronzing brushes, which is the Makeup by Oreo collab with Morphe face brush. This is from his face brush collection. This is brush number A58, so A58 rather. I'm going to go in with shade Lunar Bronze. I like that. I really do. This is really nice. Oh, as I've mentioned in a lot of my other videos, but I will mention it again, I do have a 2.5-year-old little man, so if I do have to run, I will press pause, and then I will continue the video after I tend to him if he does wake up crying. He's fine and everything, he's just sleeping, but I want to keep him sleeping. Very nice. Very, 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 very nice. I make the fishy face, yes, I do when I do my bronzer. I'm sorry. I love that. I really like this. The shade is just perfect. Perfect. Not too light, not too dark, not too cool, but not too neutral either. Kind of right in the middle. Even though my skin may be slightly too light for the Stink palette, I am a working makeup artist on the side. I have 2 jobs. 1 child, 1 husband. And it definitely will come in handy for when I do my clients' makeup who have deeper complexions than I, or even if I go in with a light hand, I guarantee I can make it work. I've made almost everything, not everything, but most things that I thought would be too dark on me work if I go in with a light hand. You just kind of blend this out just a little bit more. It's so hot in here. But I can't turn my AC on because then my husband will get mad at me. So, it's full where I live in, well, it's pretty much full for most people right now. In Long Island, New York, it is not cold, but it's getting a little chilly out there. Alright, so my bronzer's on. I'm going to switch brushes in a second. I want to turn my fan on, but I don't know if if he wants the fan on right now. Alright, anyway, we're gonna go in with this shade, this bottom shade, which is called Rose Fusion, which is the new shade, so I'm so excited to use. That's beautiful. Can't believe that these, well actually I can believe, because everything in the market is skyrocketing at the moment. Everything is increasing in price. These, I failed to mention earlier in the video, retail at 90, yes, 90 US dollars. But my husband does not know that. We're not going to tell him. He will fall. I think most of our significant others would bug out if they knew how much we pay for all our makeup, right guys? I'm sure I'm not the only one guilty of this. Definitely not. But I could not be happier to do this video for you guys right now. I could not wait to wake up this morning at 3 a.m. Yes, 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to do this video for you guys. I was so pumped. That is a beautiful shade. I think this is like, oh wow. There's nothing like an Hourglass blush, right? Like, there's just not. Like, I love my Dior. I love my Chanel. But something about this Hourglass powders are something so special and something so different from everything else that we've seen already so far. There's just something so satisfying about Hourglass powders. Just not just how they apply, but how they look on the skin, how they enhance your complexion, how forgiving they are as powders, and their texture is just phenomenal. Quality is like off the charts. Now that we did my blush, which I think is a perfect amount, I'm not going to go any heavier than that. I think that's perfect. I'm going to switch brushes. Once again, I'm just cleaning this one off a little bit on a little towel that I keep on my knee when I do my makeup, so that I can just gently cleanse my natural hair brushes without having to wash them more than twice a month, which is what they recommend with natural hair brushes. But that's not the topic of today's video, so I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm going to grab my little, it's not really, it's not, this brush is the A16 Precision Powder brush by Makeup by Oreo collab with Morphe. From the same face brush collection that I just grabbed the blush and bronzer brush from. This is technically used to do set your under eyes, but I use it for a highlighting brush because it's so precise and it doesn't go from here to here. It just kind of goes like here and here and here. So we're going to go in with this beautiful strobe light powder / highlighter. Wow, this is going to pack a punch, I know it. Oh wow, that's gorgeous. Look at that, guys. That is just beautiful. What did I say yesterday? I was stalking UPS and then USPS. I was literally stalking them because I could not wait for these to get here. That is gorgeous. I like a little more highlighter than the average person. I don't know if that's just because I do makeup so much, not just on me, but on my clients and on my friends. But I just love it. Looks beautiful. I love Hourglass highlighters. I just love them so much. Yeah, this highlighter definitely packs a punch. It is beautiful. I would say it's kind of like it's just, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, I know how to describe it, but you guys know what I mean, I'm sure. For those who love Hourglass as much as I do. Bridge of the nose, a little bit. Okay. I have to say I am very satisfied with this purchase. I'm so glad that I decided to buy all three. Even though we haven't reviewed all three yet, we've only reviewed this one for now, but we will review the leopard palette tomorrow, and the day after that we will review the snake palette in the owl packaging. I got the leopard palette in its original leopard packaging. So, I'm going to put this brush back, and first we'll clean it off just for like 2 seconds, just to make sure it's clean for tomorrow's application. And I'm going to grab me, where is that brush? Oh, here it is. My powder brush. This is also from the Makeup Oreo collab with Morphe face brush collection. I'm gonna go in with which setting powder do I want to use today? They're all beautiful, really. I think I'm gonna go in with Ethereal Light, which is on the bottom. That's gorgeous. The brush is kind of large to get in this pan, so I'm doing the best I can. Do some on the forehead. I love how it just kind of like pulls everything together extra well. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. So I was cleaning off the mirror. Let me know in the comments below. Have you guys picked up this palette or any of the three face palettes from Hourglass this year yet? Or are you going to pick up any of them? Or if you already have them, which most of you who like Hourglass as much as me probably do. And I want you to, if you can, let me know which shade, or pick two. I know it's hard to pick one shade out of 6, right? Pick 2 shades out of your favorite palette and let me know what they are down below in the comments. And I could not say any more how grateful I am for each and every one of you who stopped by to watch this video. I love you all so very, very much. And we have 2 finishing touches actually. We're going to set everything with the Hourglass Soft Focus Veil Setting Spray. So we're going to do that real quick. This is supposed to be 24-hour. As you can tell, I'm not shy with setting spray. This is a 24-hour setting spray. Though who really leaves makeup on for 24 hours? I know I don't. Maybe once or twice because I was too tired to take everything off. That was only because I was up for a day and a half with an infant at one point. Other than that, I don't leave it on for that long. I leave it on maybe 16 hours, but not 24. Alright, we're gonna, I'm gonna use one of the Hourglass lip glosses in the shade Prose, or I think it's pronounced Prose, Prose. It's like a beautiful, cool pink shade. Here's the wand. Oops. I love this shade. It's so pretty. It's one of my all-time favorite Hourglass shades. So I'm grateful for you guys. I really, really am. I love you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this video. Did you enjoy it? If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up before you leave. If you have not yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I really, each and every subscriber, each and every friend here on YouTube in our beauty community means so much to me. And I would love to have you stay for good if you would like to. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning, same time, same place, for a review and an application of the Leopard Hourglass Face Palette tomorrow morning, bright and early. So I love you guys, and I'll see you then. Bye, guys.